Contenders. Contenders with Dongbu HiTek. After a fierce competition, 8 finalists were selected. The first challenge the 8 contenders had to face was the quiz.
Banana. UAE.
I love that.
The contenders were kept in suspense until the very last question in round 1.
Nano.
The second round determines the survivors.
There are 5 topics to choose from.
This was an important moment to select the surviving 5 contenders.
ambush marketing.
Nicotine.
Natrium.
No. 5 million won. Yeji again.
Black consumer.
Very good.
Good job.
You either answer it in the first 5 words or you don't answer.
I know, that's what I thought too.
I mean, really.
Gordon Liu.
The contenders compete to survive once again.
Plastination.
Finally, the next surviving 5 contenders became more apparent.
Final and third rounds. Now we are
There are 5 survivors. Only 1 spot remains.
And Italy in 1974.
But the game isn't over yet. They give it all to grab this last chance.
경준.
Che Guevara.
경준.
Jeju Ale.
Congratulations.
The last surviving contender is Cha Kyung-jun. These 6 contenders passed the first challenge. Their new challenge starts here, right now.
Hello and welcome. This is Contenders of second challenge to become the next employee at 동부하이텍. I'm Youngdae Lee.
Hello, I'm Arirang.
Surely after watching the last week's episodes, viewers already have a promising contender who will survive as a final winner in their mind. Don't you think so, Ellie?
Definitely. I'm sure the viewers have their favorite contender. And since 동부하이텍 is a semiconductor company, these contenders must have the special knowledge about this industry. And I think it will be intimidating and it's a very difficult task for them. However, I hope the viewers could encourage them. And also we have another person who can encourage the contenders. PJ?
Hello, I'm PJ Rogers, and great to be with you on Contenders today. You know, it's amazing to watch the contenders episode after episode and go down in the green room with them before as they're preparing. Sometimes we give them topics, sometimes we tell them, you know, new news and what's going to happen. And the it gets increasingly, the intensity grows with the contenders. The anticipation of, okay, who's going to not be here next week type of thing. So I'm excited to see who's going to be here and not going to be here next week.
Right, so now let's find out the 6 contenders which survived the last week's Quiz Inferno. So 6 contenders, please come on out.
Contenders, welcome. There is 2 less than there were last week. But what I'm noticing that there were 5 guys starting and 3 women starting. Now there are 3 men left and 3 women left. Is that a coincidence or is there some woman power going on here? Yeji?
Yes.
Is there woman power going on here? Is there going to be a woman at the end?
Yeah, I think so, definitely. So I hope all the women will be showing our power until the end.
Kyung-jun, are you agreeing with that?
Actually not. I don't agree with that. I think the guy will be a final one.
Well, last week you were almost eliminated
Yes.
in the final 3, and then you squeezed out and came on top. That's right.
Yeah, I barely survived, and so I'm so happy to be in second round.
Uh-huh.
And I'll try my best today.
Well, good luck today.
Thank you.
All right. And Leong, You were very cool, calm, and collected last week. And I think you also guessed all the questions very well. How did you actually prepare for it?
Actually, I read many newspapers about 3 publisher and January to May.
Wow.
Yes, I studied a lot.
Wow. Harry, so is there anything for preparation as a new marketer at 동부하이텍?
To become a new marketer, always preparing first and adopting new, new materials, like open-minded, is best marketer to be, I think.
Sung-yeol, what I noticed about you and last week and even today, your facial expressions don't change a lot. You are pretty, we call poker-faced. You know, we don't know where you're going, where you're at, happy, sad, excited, intensified. Is that normal or is that just for this contender show?
Yeah, I think because it's my haircut. I think it still looks like a different person. I cut my hair because of it was so hot. So I cut my hair and here I am, another person, not Yoon Sung-yeol.
Okay. Okay, well, welcome the other person.
New Yoon Sung-yeol.
Okay, the new Sung-yeol. Okay.
Jinju, you did very well last week. And what would be your strategy today?
Actually, I think I'm good at a discussion, so I will do my best.
All right, looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get back to our work today. Last week's quiz, it tests the contenders' general information, general knowledge. And today we will test the contenders' presentation skill and debate skill through the presentation and debates.
That's right. And we have 4 panel of judges who will help us today to evaluate these contenders. Please welcome the 4 panel of judges. Dr. Song Won-gun, the director of Korea Economic Research Institute. Professor Kim Yu-kyung from the Graduate School of International Studies at Seogang University. And Mr. Park Hyung-soo, the Vice President of QRA. And also from 동부하이텍, Dr. Song Jae-in, the Vice President of Analog Foundry Sales and Marketing. Thank you for joining us. And Dr. Song Won-gun, what will be the evaluation criteria for today?
Okay, during the debate, we will evaluate the contenders based on 4 main criteria. The first criterion will be their reasoning, basically how logical their arguments are. The second criterion will be their display of confidence and dominance. Okay, and third one will be how articulate and persuasive they are in delivering their messages. The last one will be how effectively they are able to rebut their opponent's arguments. Those are 4 the main criteria.
Thank you very much.
So let's get started our debates. Our topic of debate today is quite unique and more comprehensive. It needs to use your imagination as a whole. What is our topic today?
Yeah, let me give you the keywords first. It's internet and automobile. And let's see how they're going to debate with these 2 keywords. And let's have a look.
Modern civilization has enabled people to connect with others from all over the world due to many inventions. With a history of 120 years, automobiles have changed the lifestyle of humanity as a revolutionary vehicle that shortened the distance between time and space. The concept for the internet was funded by the DARPA of the United States Department of Defense. With the birth of the World Wide Web, the internet has spread like wildfire among civilians. So, between the automobile and the internet, which truly contributed to human society?
So our topic today is to compare the pros and cons between the automobile and the internet. So before going to our topic debates, so we better go how they divide into 2 teams between the automobile and the internet. So please have a look on the display screen, please.
The internet and automobile, which contributed more to society?
I expected the celebrities.
I don't know. I think I'm more comfortable with the internet, but I don't know.
So what's your decision?
After you three wants to do the internet, maybe I'll just go for automobile.
At the same time, there are a lot of like disadvantages for the internet too. So we should thought about it. Who's gonna go for it?
But I think automobile definitely make this place really, better to live. As you know, without automobile, you cannot go anywhere. It's like,
Yeah, I partially agree with your idea.
I choose automobile because I think automobile has contributed more to the society.
I choose automobile.
I choose the automobile because the automobile built up the infrastructure.
I believe that internet service is more contribution in human society.
I choose the internet.
I choose the internet service.
People move automobile, that was very
They have a variety of choice in moving around. It was nothing near to what I expected, so I was thinking it's going to come up with a Bin Laden issues or SNS issues and stuff, but I don't know, this creation about the automobile and the internet, I don't know, I was like, woo!
Okay, this is our showtime today. We have two teams now. The Gyeongjun, Yeji, Seongnyeol in internet team, and Jinju, Harry, Raeyoung in automobile team. And you will get the ranks from the first place to sixth place after the debate. For the result of the judges' deliberation and the ranking. And in the order of that ranks, you can choose the topic for presentation today.
Welcome to the Contenders Debate. This is where one of the episodes, and you're lucky to watch because this is when you get some of the personalities that come out and the energy and the excitement and the passion of why they think they're, and the way they were able to speak out about their ideas and carry their ideas, in which our judges are going to be very interested in. So why don't we start with the internet side and tell us why that has had the greatest impact on humanity, and then we'll have the rebuttal by the automobile side. Kyungjun?
Thank you, PJ. First of all, I'm very honored to be started for this debate. I think this topic is pretty controversial. First of all, we strongly believe that the internet is contribute more in human society than automobile. On our perspective, what's going on right now is kind of people can live without internet today's society. Internet is a lot of people create a new relationship each other and reconnect with a friend. And even though it increases communication and strengthens the relationship. Therefore, we strongly believe that the internet is more contribute than the mobile. Thank you.
Okay. Rebuttal, please.
We choose the automobile is much better for our society because automobile make more job opportunities such as manufacturing and material and infrastructure. And automobile also have good distribution. So delivery system is much better than before earlier. And social interaction is changed a lot by the automobile because people go to see the other people in short time. That's why we choose the automobile is much better than internet service.
Okay, so the debate has begun. We have both sides. Both the automobile thinks that, hey, we can get people around to talk more. And there's more information to talk about. So I think it's a good debate. Carry on.
Yeah, I think that automobile has bringing a lot of, human creations, job creation. Everything's about human. Everything's about nature. Everything's about going up to the second world, new world. So according to our research, the Ford company, where they assembly the line for their cars and stuff, they gained to create a lot of jobs in America and worldwide as well. So I don't think it's only about the transportation or anything, but it's moreover like about human beings and all about the connections and everything being together.
Well, she got a good point there, but I disagree with you. Internet create more jobs than automobile, I believe, since it's using in all around the world. And according to the Korean Transport Institute, there are 80% of internet users, and there are only 27% of automobile holders. And how can you explain that?
As you say, so 80% people use the internet and 27% people holding automobile. But there are many older people or some pregnant. They don't have a car, but they use the car all the time. So this your information is not reliable at this point.
Let's talk about the really important situation. For example, like business contact or business meeting. You cannot do that. Very important. If you have a very important thing, you really need to go there and then meet people. I think the face-to-face is more important. And then even if the internet is really convenient, there's lots of bad side.
Internet service has some problems. I agree that. But although this brings many problems because of the reason it is the course of history. And the internet service must bring us many kind of benefits and excellent way to reach our life.
I understand the face-to-face more emotional than the internet, but I think that we think that the size of the people population is more. Without the face-to-face, it's not enough. Internet user has a larger social network than non-user, and using like SNS is cited as more maintained relationship facility than more than face-to-face relationship.
Let's get a comment on that. His point is the face-to-face is, yeah, it's important, but his point is the internet is bringing us face-to-face and a lot more information with that. Isn't that a bigger, what would you say to that? Isn't that a bigger add to humanity than the automobile?
How do you will sort out with the privacy protection things as well? Because according to the WikiLeaks as well, like they are kind of showing the information that not everybody needs to listen, or because of that many people suffers and many people get hurt as well. And it's the same case as well, like these days issues is celebrities' privacy protection as well. Like everything comes from the SNS and everything comes from the internet. I think that's the very negative issues. And these days, like everyone wants to have their own protection, own safety. But like I think you can't have your own boundary. Internet is breaking the individual's boundary.
You mentioned the WikiLeaks, but everything is two-way. Everything is positive side and negative side. We have to accept the two kind of thing. I think that it's kind of trade-off. If you gain one thing, you have to lose one thing. So like example, like celebrities, the privacy, some kind of privacy is something. Like celebrity get a lot of money, right? They get tons of $1 million, but they have to lose the privacy because they get fame, they get rich, and they get famous. So I think it's two ways. So
there's good and bad.
Yeah.
And so you have to weigh the good and bad. I'd like to bring it back to the car. We're talking mostly about internet right now and what's good and bad about it. Let's bring it back to the car. Tell us more why the car, the automobile, and I'll have you. Why does it add to humanity?
Actually, to complete the automobile, there's lots of related. There needs to be development of really related industries. So, for example, metal or glass or plastic or that kind of levers, that kind of industries are really need to be developed, and there are lots of people are working at that industry as well. And then after just compilation of automobile, by using automobile, there are lots of industries as well are developed, such as parking lot system, or transportation of people, cargo, that kind of thing. So it is more important than internet, I think.
So she's saying it's adding a lot to business because of all the impact that the automobile or transportation has. Do you agree?
I would say there are many companies in the world, many forms of internet service and automobile companies too. But the problem is like for example, our country, Korea, we don't have a resource in Korea, and we don't have many gas, and we don't have much land. So, but internet service company can be driving force to our society because that doesn't need a resource or land. And actually, many internet service companies help our society comfortable and make our life rich.
So he's bringing it back home. He's bringing it back to Korea. Okay, let's talk about Korea. You know, it's really helped Korea where they don't have resources.
About 1970, 80, at the time we developed a lot by the building our infrastructure. We build a highway and we made a building. Everything comes with the delivery and contribution. And also, as she says, in automobile industry made other jobs, like we import material and we process that material and export again. This kind of a job, that fact make a job opportunity and build up our economy. How do you think like that?
Well, okay, let me talk about this. Well, actually, you guys were bringing about the informations and like stole the ID and stuff like that, right? But we have a choosing to read that information. If you don't like it, then you don't need to read it. But you read it through and then like leave the bad comment or assault the people, right? So that's the human's problem that we can fix on. But how about the natural problems that automobile has? For example, the gas smells and automobile's noise and environment pollutions.
Well, I'm not quite sure about the Korea situation, but in UK, they by creating some policies like CO2 emissions policy, they have reduced the 12% of all the emission gases and stuff in 10 years, which is really great success as well. So I think nowadays, like people like Toyota or even Korean car Hyundai as well, they're like producing hybrid cars or electronic cars and stuff. I think this can really beneficial way, one of the beneficial way in the society.
And so what I think you clearly need to state in this debate is why there's more good than bad for the automobiles, and why is there more good for the bad than internet?
Internet can provide a lot of systems, such as education systems and they change the working environment, which means we can save our time and energy and the money at the same time. So therefore, we think internet system is more contribute in human society than automobile.
Henning?
Well, I partially agree with her statement as well, because the internet is quite important as well.
Partially, is that a small portion or a big portion?
Small portion.
Okay.
Well, nowadays, car is very systematic as well. It's not only about the internet. I think the car always comes first, then the internet came. Well, if we look at the history as well. So I think that you're saying that the internet is all systematic and it's all like you don't have to move around. You can do things by like step by step, like even though you're in the house, like doesn't need to move out. But I think the car is also, in that sense, is also systematic as well. So I don't think it's appropriate to discuss whether that one's more systemic or the other one's systemic.
I tell you what, this debate could go on for a long time because there's good and bad on both sides. But we can't do this on Contenders. We have to wrap this up. So we're going to have the closing statements from each side. Hedy, why don't you give the closing statement from your side first? And once again, you're convincing the judges why the automobile is the most impacting on humanity.
Well, basically, automobile has been brought a lot of improvements and success. That's why it's been very revolutionized until nowadays. That's why I think automobile has been more contributed to the society because everyone else is using the automobiles. Without automobiles, we can't do anything nowadays.
Okay, and from the internet side, Eji, could you give us your closing remarks?
I think we approached it already, a lot of internet's positive side. I would like to ask you guys a little bit of questions. Where did you guys get all the information from? From the car or from the internet? That's my question.
And we know that answer. They went to the car and got the encyclopedia out of the car and looked now.
Okay.
I'm kidding. That's a good point.
Thank
Well,
you.
you know what? This debate, like I said, can go either way and for a long time. But I think we got good arguments on both sides. We do need cars, and they have had an incredible impact. And now in the short history of the internet, it has had an incredible impact on our economy too. A big round of applause for our debaters, please.
Wow, great job for your debate skill among the 6 contenders and very good moderation by PJ. Thank you again. It's time to evaluation very hard time. So we will reveal our ranks from the 1st place to the 6th place after the judges' hard deliberation. Okay, please.
I'm sure the judges had a lot of difficulties in ranking the contenders. And however, we have the results.
Wow.
Wow, Kwang-jin, you came in first.
Your presentation will dramatically change your ranks. So please make a good advantage of your creativity and teamwork in the 2nd round. So let's get started the 2nd round, please. This is 2nd round of the presentations. This presentation will be divided into the 3 teams. We will show the 3 keywords, 3 topics, and you can choose the topic. And if you will choose the same topic, which means you will be in 1 team.
Contenders choose the topic of the presentation depending on the ranks of the debate. This time, however, all they get is just 3 sets of topics. No one seems to be able to guess the presentation topics. 1st place, Cha Kyung-jun, trust. 2nd place, Lee Ye-ji, fun. 3rd place, Park Hae-ri, fun. 4th place, Kim Jin-ju, trust. 5th place, Yoon Sung-yeol, pride. 6th place, Park Dae-young, pride. The topics of the presentations are: map out the ideal conditions for a great workplace.
네, 시간이 촉박해서 먹어야 될 것 같아요.
획기적인. 구경하시고 나가시면 됩니다.
Make it fresh, make it logical, and make it different. These are imperative that the contenders are given now. This is the second round of the presentation. First team is the trust, so I believe you are ready.
I'm gonna present how did in order to make the great workplace, trust is we think the main key. Purpose. I think every people's aspect, not even this workplace, is between the people to people. Is without trust, there's nothing we can do, especially in the workplace. That's why we think that trust is the most important thing in a corporation. So we conclude that we think that in order to build trust is equal relationship basis, which means in order to make a trust, we have to intimacy is key. Is people to people. If I work with him, I have to believe what I did and against upper manager. Also, upper manager will give law the employee can work more efficiency. The man-to-man is the relationship is a great point. So it's kind of difficult to say. Let's say a higher manager ask me to, hey Kyung-jun, to please make a presentation. But if I want to say something to upper manager, but I think the Korea company's atmosphere is not that way. So I have to kind of want to say, but I can say because the atmosphere. So that's kind of problem without the trust and without the relationship between the employee and relationship is included the higher manager and lower manager. And so I think it's solution. So we make a solution that which is more trust in order to make the build intimacy in the company. Let's do the solution and conclusion will Jinju will present it.
Okay, firstly, thank you for listening my presentation. As Kyung-jun before mentioned, for build a strong relationship with other people, we developed OSW system. Maybe you think that what is the OSW system? It's the opinion sharing for work system. The upper manager always do make their employee or their a lower manager to make them do their forced to do their work. But in our system, we share our opinion very equally. So we can think with our OSW system, we can make trust more, and we can make trust more easily and very effectively. And then the employees think that our workplace can be more enjoyable place. Yeah, thank you for listening.
Judges, time, any comments or questions to Team Trust, please?
My question to you is, what do you think, what is a teamwork? How do you think a team can accomplish its objective? In order to do that, what does trust mean?
I think that as a teamwork, I think that the vision sharing is the most important thing. So every single team member has what's the main goal, what's the target. Like for example, like company's vision goal, what's the next we're gonna achieve, how much you're gonna make, how much you're gonna achieve some kind of point. So communication is very important in the teamwork. So every single team has to know that the long-term view, vision. So that makes the work employee.
Sharing information is trust?
Yeah, I think it's related to sharing information related to trust, Because without trust, you can share information.
I think trust make people more healthier, and then mostly at the working place, without trust, we cannot work quite effectively. And in this kind of situation between he and me, if there is no trust, we cannot do presentation, and we cannot share our ideas. So I think the trust is most important for me.
Okay, very nice job. It's very informative and productive. We can make a very good advantage of your hints.
Now, next is fun team. Are you guys ready? Yeah. Okay, let's go.
So what is most ideal condition at workplace? We think is fun. When you don't have fun workplace, then you don't get to have pride, you don't get to have trust. So we think fun is most important at the workplace. Okay, so why do you need to have fun workplace? First, when you have fun at the workplace, then you can always boost energy. You can always have new ideas, new knowledge, and new market world and new businesses. Like, it's always giving opportunities, so you can always work really hard to have boosting energy. And the motivation, when you're not motivated, then you can't do work properly. So basically, how to get motivation is when you're fun. When you have very not much of fun at the work, then you don't feel you want to work. You don't feel like you want to come to work and you want to give ideas and stuff. So I think the motivation is another important issue. And interaction brings a trust. Well, when you interact with the human to human, is most important thing at the workplace as well. But when you're interacting with a human, you need to have fun as well. Like, you meet your customers and your business colleagues, and when you're fun, you always have smiles on the face, and you get to have always positive interactions, so which is really important. And the self-satisfaction is very similar with the pride issue as well. But I think when you're not fun, then you don't have self-satisfaction as well, because you don't have any motivation or satisfaction at the work. So now Yeji will discuss why the work is, what kind of work is quite fun.
Okay, Hedy was introduced why we needed to have fun in workplace, and now I will present what kind of fun that you guys can have in workplace for the activity-wise. So there's a lot of fun activities nowadays in company, but there are not many of family engagement activities. So what we bring it on was we would like to go to workshop together with our family. So we can involve our boss's family and our family, so we can introduce together, and then we will have an interaction together. So we know each other better, then we will have a better communication when we work together as well. So the quiz show. Well, if we don't have enough time to go to workshop, then no problem. We can do the quiz, like small quiz show in the company, so we can give out the prize to the families, so they can feel like, oh, we are welcome to the company as well. And sports. We do a lot of activities like outgoing sports, golfing and bowling. Well, I'll talk about, or I'll bring it about later too, but it's for the family engagement. So we'll do all together. So we can do actually physical connections too, so we can have a better feeling of a connection together with our family and our bosses and our work colleagues as well. And second one is an ideal day. This one is a little bit like unfamiliar, but we bring it out because we can have a better communication as well. So we can get it this time once a month or once a week. So we go out for business meeting. We don't have to sit down in front of the computer or in front of a screen to like, okay, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Okay, so we can make it a little bit more fun. So this one positive side is choose the place. You can do bowlings or golfing or out activities together with your work colleagues or team. So you can actually do the better ideas and have a positive energy at the same time. So that's our conclusion and an idea so far. So we think fun workplace make you feel fun.
I guess it's time for us to hear from the judges what they think about their presentation.
I liked your presentation, but my question is that if everybody is just try to get some fun at workplace, who's gonna work, real work? Who's gonna do real work?
If you're not having fun at the work, then you don't get to give ideas. You don't feel like you want to come to work.
Okay.
So what we are trying to say is work at the same time, but have fun. Like it doesn't mean just go and have fun.
Okay.
So I think that can defend
that's good. If your boss, he's not a really fun guy.
Okay.
What he does is work at work. How are you gonna manage that situation?
I think everyone has the humanity. So I don't
So
think
it goes back to humanity. Okay?
So I don't think he's not fun. It's just nothing to enjoy together, and then nothing to bring his fun side. So I think that's why we bring up that idea that my boss can enjoy together with us.
Okay, now we got the Pride team. Let's hear from the Pride team.
We introduced how to make a better working place with pride. First of all, we think how to improve working better condition. So we choose the pride, and we thought how to improve our pride. We introduced saving energy and technology office. So that makes people to encourage their motivate, and they feel company respect employees. First of all, we introduced brightest office in the world. We installed the LED in the office, ceiling and pole side. That makes a very bright office and saving the energy. So employees can protect their eyes because the LED and bright office. And they think our companies have a social responsibility, and because we are saving the energy. Next slide. Here introduced from next slide.
Okay, I'll keep on going the explanation. Second, amazing CPU. This CPU automatic charges semiconductor charging itself. CPU has a fan and it supplies electronic. For your easy understanding, here is three-dimensional explanation. Look this side. This is the body of semiconductor, and this has wing like plastic wing. And when wind blow and we blow like this, this is shaking, and inside of them generate physical energy or active energy. And in the body of semiconductor is change physical energy to electronic energy, and little by little that can be charged automatically on the CPU. And third, small generators all around. This means installing small generators all over office, like a gym and the office of vice president or another office. All of energy is collected. That means if we run on the running machine, that can be generated physical energy, and this connected with small generator and little energy. Although that is little energy, but little by little that is collected and stored. And when we want to use that electronic energy, we can use this. I think pride is the most attractive asset of company. Company has to pride, because if they don't have a pride, if they product the goods or another product, they can sell effectively. So I think a pride company has a fun and trust too. So I am Leon. Talk about this topic of pride. Thank you for listening.
Very interesting approach. So, any comments or questions?
So you enjoy yourself, but honestly, the important thing is I don't know other judges, but at least I'm not really buying what you are saying. And the other one is pride. Leon, I believe that you are ROTC, right?
Yes.
You was a leader in one teams while you were in army, right?
Yes.
When you are the leader of the army, are you more proud? You had kind of pride if you're kind of like the accommodation as a LED light, or you have a very strong, powerful team. Which one actually you prefer? You have a more pride.
Yes, we thought about that, but we assumed 동부하이텍 already had the pride and have a many developed system and good employees, good system. Everything is correct, but our focus is how to maximize our pride. That is our presentation.
And even marketer have to know basic technology and about that technology. If not, that person can be a marketer because he or she doesn't have knowledge. Without knowledge, we can sell the product to other people. Even we don't know about the product. How can we sell the product to another person? That is ridiculous, I think.
The three teams finished their presentation. It's time to judge. And just one team can go to competition for next week. And the remaining four can be reassessed by the judges as the personal basis, but the team basis. So just the time for the panel of judges for next competitor.
We will reveal the result in just a moment.
It is time to announce the final verdict for the best team. It is very hard to guess which team will be the best. And we have the result in our hands, Ellie.
And I have the results in the envelope. And let me take a look. The winning team, the team that will go on to compete next week is Fun Team.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. I guess your ideas actually paid off because you had so much fun doing your presentation and the work was good because at the end of the day it worked. So congratulations. Did you think, oh, we're shoo-ins, we're going to win this? Is that what you thought before the announcement?
We weren't certain. We wished.
Well, great.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
So Yeji, what was your part for contribution to the presentation?
It was fun. So we supposed to just bring in all the idea that, okay, what can we do to make workplace more fun? So it was not that hard for us to thought about. So.
And Harry, so how was your partnership with Yeji?
Well, it was perfect. I wished I could be partner with her from the beginning, and I was keep wishing. But then she had to choose first. Then I was like, yay, I'm going for fun, definitely.
We have we call the final evaluation now. This is where the judges get to ask the 4 remaining contestants, because now you are no longer a team. You are judged individually, and so they could send two people from the same team or one person from each team on to next week, and the other 2 people would have to go home. And so now it's the opportunities for the judges to ask any remaining questions for the last 4 of our contenders.
Okay, Kyungjun. You spent a few minutes to present about trust. Are you able to define what this trust is?
Trust is not just trust between the employee. Trust is between the how he is like how he achieve main goal it all together. So like a leader said that let's set the vision like a 2020, and then all the remaining the employee agreed and work toward it, that vision. I think that is definition of trust.
And Jinju, you mentioned that opinion sharing is the key for the trust. Can you explain me once again about how opinion sharing could lead on trust?
By sharing your opinion, not only you're just related to working, but also for your personal opinion, then you can make an intimation with your co-workers. So by sharing the opinion, you can improve your you can improve a relationship with other people, and from this, finally, you can have a trust, I think.
Leon, so let's go back again, and you're on the first page, and you're going to explain why you chose pride from the 3 values.
Most important thing is pride, because pride make other things. If I have pride over this company, I will work happily, and I will trust our company, our employees, co-workers. That's why I choose the pride.
Okay, thank you. Same question to you, Songyul.
Yeah, I think this is the pride. I had a presentation a few minutes ago, and after that, I am standing here, still standing here. I still have a chance. That is the pride of. I am proud of myself this time. So here I am.
The contenders have made their final statement, and I believe that the judges would have a hard time, or even harder time, deliberating. We'll reveal the result in a moment.
Which 2 contenders will continue to compete next week? Let's hear from the judges, please.
I'm pretty sure that it was not easy decision. However, we had to choose 2 of them, and the next surviving contender is Kyungjun. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Kyungjun?
Yes.
Did you think, oh, he's going to pick me first? Was that your thought?
No, I tried my best today, but even then I picked us, and I really feel still satisfied. But I really appreciate it that I can make next round.
Out of the 4 people, would you have picked you first?
Can I say that? Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, great. Congratulations.
And next surviving contender is...
It was pretty tough to make a decision, but one way or the other, we have to do that, right? The next surviving contender is... The next surviving contender is... Park Leong. 축하합니다.
Congratulations. Rayon, you feel really relieved. How do you feel now?
I don't know. I didn't expect I can compete next week. I really appreciate all of you. Thank you.
Who did you think they were going to pick? You look shocked. Who did you think they were going to pick?
I don't know. I can choose anyone. All of a really good job.
Well, great. Well, Chinju, oh darn, we're gonna have to say goodbye.
Yeah, but I feel quite satisfied with just enjoying this show, and yeah, I think I will do my best, and then I will challenge again for the 동부하이텍 for next session.
And you know what? Like I said in the very first show, you are already successful making it to the show. I mean, you had to go through a lot of people to get here. And so congratulations on that. And Sang-yeol, give us your thoughts, your prideful thoughts, because you have lots of pride, I know.
Although I'm proud of myself. That's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
Well, we're proud of you for being here. So thanks for being here. A big hand for Chinju and Sang-yeol.
So the four surviving contenders are Kyungjun, Yeji, Heri, and Daeyoung, and who will continue to go on to compete next week to become the new employee of 동부하이텍.
So we have now the top 4 competitor, but only one person can go become a new formal employee at 동부하이텍. So please wait in the next competition up to next week. Thank you for joining us today, and see you next time. Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
I'm so happy to make next round, and I'll do my best in mission.
Actually, I'm really sad, but I think it's not the end of day of my life.
I feel really sorry for the contenders and feel excited. I didn't expect that I can survive.
I'm so happy, and I really feel over the moon. I'm so thanking for judges and the partner Yeji.
We just enjoyed all the moment, and we are learning every stage, and we are growing up in every stage. So I feel great, and I'll just try to enjoy for the next round as well.